Well, we're drawn to a conclusion here in our videos. This is the final one. This is the one with the card kits. And the beauty of this card kit selection is they're all made exactly the same way, just different styles of the same thing. Here's the first one. It's a green card. And if you notice, it has a cream inside, and that cream inside is what holds your outside pieces together. Then we have a real pretty lavender card. This purple card here actually has a off-white inside in the ones you're doing. I tried the pink and didn't like it as well. So all of them will have the ivory. I wanted to point that out to you. It looks better. And then here we have another one with a different style. Instead of being embossed here, it's actually done with a cover plate die, so it's cut into the same color of paper. All three of them have the same flowers and just different colors. So we're going to make one, and then you should be able to make the other two, referring to the pictures for the layouts. And this is probably going to be your fastest video ever. So let's get started. We're going to make the green one today. That happens to be my personal favorite. And what you get in each kit will be this inside piece. You'll get an outside piece that has a score on it. And all these measurements are given in your cutting guide. This one is 4 1/4 by 7 1/2, and it's scored at the 5 1/2 point, the middle of the card. So now we have a little frame. Each of the cards, I used a different frame die to cut them out so that you'd have a selection. You can mix and match any way you want to, okay? The color is set for you, but the designs are not. This one I'm going to follow exactly because it's so simple to do. What I want you to do first is I want you to put the inside of your card together. I know, that sounds crazy. Fold it over on the score line. This ivory piece here is 3 1/2 inches by 10 1/2 inches. And I'm going to fold it, and then I'm going to put glue on the back of it. Okay, now that I've put the glue on the back of it, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to scoop my pieces out of the way so I won't get glue on them. Let me pull in just a little bit. Okay, I'm going to take it and I'm going to lay it down with the top edge hitting the fold. Okay, I want the top edge to hit that fold, and I want to be able to fold that over. So let's burnish that down. Okay, now we're going to be taking this top edge, and if you'll notice, that top edge is glued directly to this piece of paper. So glue just a little bit on the inside here to hold it. I would stay away from the crease because you do want your card to fold, and then just fold over. That's it. That's all you have to do to start with, okay? Now, I want you to take your printed paper, and that is the one thing I failed to cut. I need 3 3/4 by 1 5/8. Let me find some real quick. 3 3/4, how would that look on it? Pretty good. 3 3/4 by 1 5/8. 3 3/4, okay, by 1 5/8. Okay. I'm usually better prepared than that. That's going to be our top one, and then the bottom is going to be the same width, but it's going to be 2 1/4. I don't think this one's going to fit there, so we'll use the other one here. So it needs to be 3 3/4 again. Okay, by 1 1/4. Oh, I did have enough. Ha ha ha. Okay, Sherry's crazy. Get excited when you get down to the last of the videos. Okay, I only needed 2 pieces and couldn't get those 2 done. Okay, here we go. Now that I've got the pieces cut out, I'm going to glue this one down. And on this one, I use that pretty greenery background, okay? But I think what I'll do here is go ahead and use the honeysuckle background just to give it a quick fix. Okay. And I'll put that right here and mount that down. Make sure it's straight. Close enough. Okay. Don't like that, never will. We're going to go here and we're going to make it 3 3/4. I'm an idiot for not having it done, but that's okay. 3 3/4. Okay. Don't stop, just keep it rolling. Okay, and the first one is going to be 1 5/8. And the second one's going to be 1 1/4. Okay, now your printed paper you're going to add directly on top of the card like this. It is cut to 3 3/4 by 1 5/8 for the top piece. I'm going to go ahead and glue this down. Okay, and I'm going to glue it right here on the top of this, getting it as centered as I can. Beautiful. And then I'm going to go ahead. I've got a little piece of green here. This piece here, it's going to be going at the bottom of this. But for the moment, I want to go ahead and put my printed piece on there. And this little printed piece is 3 3/4 by 1 1/4. So I'll go ahead and glue that on. All right, so it's going to fit like that. So now we have this piece and this piece. I'm going to go ahead before I do anything and line this up and show you that it's going to glue down to this upper piece here. So let's go ahead and just put some glue on there to hold it until you figure out exactly the placement. There you go. Looks pretty good. Make sure it's nice and straight. That looks great. And I actually put enough glue to hold that, so I don't have to add any more. I'm going to lay that to the side. Then I'm going to take my frame and I'm going to glue it down to my embossed piece. I cut this hopefully to the right size for you, because what you're going to do is glue this to your frame. So I turn my frame over and I lay this down to see if it's going to fit. It fits nicely. So I can go ahead and run some glue around the inside edge of this. You can use pop-up tape and pop it if you want. It's so embossed it really doesn't matter. Lay that down on your frame. Press it. Turn it over. Look how pretty that is. That's super cool. All right, then I'm just going to glue that down on top of the ivory. That's all there is to it, guys. That is it. As I said, the fastest video in the West. And you're going to do the same thing on each of the frames and the backgrounds. So I'm just going to glue this down, covering up the ivory background. See there? It lines up perfectly. Then you're going to take the little pieces that you were given, and you're going to take your 2 flower pieces, and I would recommend that you roll them on a tool just to kind of give them a little bit of a lift. That way they fluff up just a smidgen. And I'm going to glue those 2 together. Just a dab in the middle will do it. No particular alignment. Okay. And then I'm going to stick down my little star center. Love this little center. Love it, love it, love it. I stole it out of a different set. One of the, I think it was Elizabeth Craft Designs, one of their flower sets. Isn't that pretty? And then I'm going to lay my leaves down and position them where I want them. Glue those in place. Or you can pop them up. It really doesn't matter. Glue this one here. Glue this one here. And the nice thing about this particular design is you can use any verse, any sentiment that you want to with it. Because you can put it up here, down here, across here. And the last thing I'm going to do is take a little black rhinestone gem and add that to the very center. And that's it, folks. That's the way you make this card. Easy. Same thing here. The pink goes under this little frame. Same thing here. I got something on that, it looks like. It goes under that frame. That easy. All right, folks. I sure hope you've enjoyed the video and you've enjoyed this particular kit. I can't wait for you to see the October kit. It is jam-packed full of merchandise. I've gotten it all in. It is amazing. Using the Woodland collection from Stamperia, which is no longer available. I've got every one they ever made at the very end. So I'll have that in the next one coming out in October. Guys, thank you so much for tuning in and subscribing to our quarterly kit and for taking the time to watch. If you have any questions, as always, give me a call or email me. Thanks so much.